Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute since I have uploaded a video, and actually I have attempted to film and it's always something, or I film and then it's the lighting, or I have a booger in my nose and I'm like so over it. Anyhow, so today I'm going to film for this here. It's the Skin Perfect HD Foundation by Kokie, and I have other products, but if you're interested in seeing what this is gonna look like, then you gotta keep watching. Okay, so I have the foundation, I have the primer, and I have the concealer, and I have the contour palette here. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm gonna use today to, I'm gonna use my pore minimizer to conceal my pores. You know, I'm just gonna use this. I'm just gonna use my Professional by Benefit Cosmetics. And usually with this, I just put in my pore areas. Like I've noticed I'm getting pores in here. Just do this. I don't put too much on. And then for primer, I'm gonna use this Kokie So Matte Mattifying Foundation Primer. We're gonna go over all the claims at the end of the video because I want to get through this application of the foundation rather quickly. So right now I can tell you it's very, very velvety. And I like that. I have so many foundations that I have bought. I mean, from last year to the beginning of the year to currently, I just love foundation, and I'm not one just to stick with one. Okay, so I just pulled my hair back because I could not find a hair tie. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, I've already primed. I did use my Professional primer by Benefit Cosmetics just to kind of get into these pore areas here, and then I used the Kokie So Matte Mattifying Foundation Primer. So I use these two. Let me just give you a close-up just in case you want to go out and buy them. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and use this is my Moda Prismatic brush. I love these. I've been loving these a lot lately, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that to apply the foundation. So as you can see here, I've already used this plenty of times. I bought this right when it came out at Walmart. It took about a month or so before they got the foundation. They had everything else, so I was buying like brushes and like primer, concealer, and then the Kokie the powder contour, I'm sorry, one second, palette. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the brush and apply it to my face. I've been loving the way that this brush has been applying my foundation. It's just such a pretty smooth, and I like these brushes because they have like they're very flexible and they don't break. So if you think you're going too hard, trust me, you're not. So putting one pump on the brush, and then I love these brushes. They just really, really apply your foundation really nicely. I mean, anything foundation, CC cream, BB cream. Let me just get in here and make sure all this is blended very well. And then what I'll do is I'll go in with my beauty sponge and just start making sure that everything's pressed in to my skin to give a nice even application. Okay, so now I'm just applying I just applied the concealer. This is the Kokie concealer in the shade, what shade is this in? Medium beige. Now this one you have to work really fast with because it does dry quickly, so you gotta get in there quick. I'm not gonna set with any setting powder because I've noticed that lately it's just been making my face cake-y. So I'm just gonna set it with setting spray, and that's it. Now the only thing that I will do when I go to contour my nose, I will put a little bit of powder here, and I will carve out anything here. So I'm going to go ahead and set it with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is a prime, correct, and set, and it's a 16-hour wear. So I'm just gonna, and I love the spritz pump on this. It's amazing. It doesn't, like, there's some that spray and they just spray right at you. They don't spray all over your face, and this one sprays all over your face, and I like that. So I had to come off camera really super quick, but let's go ahead and dig into this Kokie Powder Contour Palette. This reminds me a lot of my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. I'm going to go in with the lightest shade, actually this one here in the middle, and just start applying it this way. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply it to this side, and then we'll blend it here in a minute. And it blends really, really nice and pretty. And then I'm going to take the darkest shade in the palette, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to contour right in here to disguise all this craziness. Okay, so now I'm going to take the lighter shade again. I'm just going to come into just this areas right here. My son broke his remote to his Xbox, and my oldest son won't let him borrow his. So, yeah. And then I'm also going to take this smaller Morphe brush. This is the Morphe G41. I'm going to take the lighter shade again, and I'm going to contour my nose. Now there is some kickback, but it's not a lot. It's not anything that you're not going to want to not ever use again. It's just, you just got to make sure that you don't pick up too much at a time, because you don't want to have too much product on your brush. I'm going to take a little bit of the yellow banana shade here, and just in here. I don't want to do anything in here or underneath my eyes, only because it starts to set in and it starts to look cakey on me, and I don't like that. This is my Morphe M444, and I'm just gonna take the edge of it and just start blending all this out. If you ever have a problem with blending out your contour, just spray a little setting spray on there, on your brush or whatever you're using to blend it out with, and that'll help it. I find that using just the edge of the brush is what helps really, really get that blended. So when I'm done with this, ladies, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my eye makeup off camera, because that takes me forever, and my eyebrows, forget it. Don't ever ask me to show you an eyebrow, anything, because we will be on this camera filming for hours. Yes, I take that long. I'm actually going to use my Morphe G38 to blend out the contour on my nose, because it's a lot smaller and I can get in there a lot better. Worst case scenario, it does not want to blend out. You can take any beauty sponge and you can just do this and it will blend out. And if it doesn't, then you gotta wash your face. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the yellow shade again, and I'm actually gonna take my moist beauty sponge and I'm going to carve out this chaos right here. I just want to get a really nice straight flush line. I'm gonna let this set here for a while, and I am going to use my NYX Babe, I'm sorry, this is Beach Babe. As you can see, I've already hit pan, but this is one of my favorite blushes of all time. I mean, I just can't. There's another one that I love by Mary Kay. It's the Copper Glow Mineral Powder Blush. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. That one is super pigmented, so you have to be really careful when you're applying it because you can go ham and it's disaster waiting to happen. So with this one, I just gently go like this, and this one has like a sheer to it. So kind of like a sheen sheer finish. So I try not to get into my pore areas with this because it really will accentuate my pores, and we don't want to do that. So and where I have more visible pores, it's right in here, and I love putting blush on the apples of my cheek, but I just can't do this blush on the apples of my cheek. But I wanted to wear it today because I just felt like okay, I think that's enough. Now that we're done with that, I am going to use my BH Cosmetics stippling brush and just stipple all this powder away. You see how it gives you a nice clean, maybe not this one. I need to use something more. There it goes, this one. That one was way too soft. And this is my Real Techniques stippling brush. Okay. So now that we got that taken care of, I will be back and ready to show y'all what the foundation looks like about, I can get back on camera, I'll say about 7 or 8 o'clock. If my oil starts to penetrate through before then of course y'all know that I'll be back on prior, but it's 4:02 and I'll be. Hi ladies, I know I said I was gonna check back in at 6:30, but I didn't get a chance to. But it is now, let's see, what time is it? It's now 9:12. I've had the foundation on for approximately over 6 hours, and my oils are not penetrating through. And this is what's funny, is that this is not an oil-free or mattifying foundation. So I'm like, what? And I've worn it a couple of times before, and I guess I never really paid attention. But I'm like, oh my gosh. By the way, I took off my lashes because my eyes were starting to get irritated, and I'm like, okay, we are not gonna have watery eyes while trying to end this video. So anywho, I probably should put these somewhere where I can they're just gonna stay right here. I did reapply some eyeliner so that way you wouldn't be able to see where I had the lashes on, and I applied the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pen. So this belongs to the new collection, the Heat Collection by Urban Decay, and I love this pencil. Amazing. And by the way, I do have the new Scorch lipstick on. Really pretty. Whole nother video. Anyhow, let's get into the claims. Again, I am wearing the Skin Perfect HD foundation by Kokie, and I'm in the shade 80W. I think they have like 14 shades at Walmart. And why is this? Okay, so why is this taking forever? It retails for about $12.98, and they have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 shades to choose from. And the claims are that it's a mid-coverage natural finish foundation. It offers flawless high definition perfection in every light, and it's a buildable coverage, and it has a satin finish. And I will tell you, my oils are just now barely like seeping through. Like it's a really great foundation. I have no negatives about this foundation. And what really surprises me is that I have oily skin. This does not claim that it's oil free. Oh, sorry, it does not claim that it's oil free and or mattifying. So I was like, and I did not put any setting powder on my face. All I did was spray it with my Milani Make It Last. This is the Prime and Correct and Set setting spray. That's it. That's all I did. And so far it's held up pretty well. It gave me a light to medium coverage. I do have a blemish here that it did not cover 100%, but this just happened within the last 2 weeks, so I'm okay with that. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I have to cover it. I could have put concealer over it, but I didn't because it doesn't bother me. But overall, it's a really great foundation, and that's all I really can say. I mean, it's a typical 1 ounce bottle of foundation, and there's not really much more to say other than the fact that it has a really nice, beautiful, lightweight, natural finish. It doesn't cake on. I mean, it's very buildable, so if you want a medium to full coverage and or a full coverage, you can keep on applying it till you get the coverage of your desire. But I mean, honestly, for me, light to medium is fine, and I like it. So I definitely wouldn't wear this for like an event. I would definitely just wear this on a casual day. This is not one that I would go to for that, for those special occasions. So, but if you're gonna go out and turn up and turn out, this is not the foundation you want to wear, for me personally. But anyhow, look at my hair. Oh my gosh. Okay, so moving on to the concealer. This is the Be Bright Illuminating Concealer in the shade Medium Beige. Now let's go over the claims on the concealer. Okay, it's a creamy, medium coverage concealer and color corrector. Color corrector? I don't know about that. It has a buildable coverage and it's crease free. Now, as you saw in the video earlier, I applied a little bit and a little bit went a long way. So can you imagine if I applied more? I would have really been illuminating, and I didn't want that. So I can't really say if it, I mean, it didn't really cover, it did not cover my dark circles. I mean, because I could still see them here. But I mean, it gave me enough coverage where, I mean, it makes them less visible, but it didn't give me like 100% coverage. Now, it is crease free. I can tell you that right now. It does not crease. I didn't set under my eyes either, and lately I have not been using any setting powders to set my foundation. I just used a setting spray, and I actually used the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I didn't use the Kokie brand, and I should have, but I didn't. But I mean, other than that, I mean, if you really want to use it, I would use a color corrector according to your skin tone, and then apply it. But it does work for a great highlighter. So, oh, one more thing is that it does dry fairly quickly. It does dry really quick, so you have to work with it really fast, so that way it doesn't dry up, because once it dries up, it is hard to move around, and I've experienced that with this, so that's what I'm telling you. Okay, so that's that. And next we have the So Matte Mattifying Foundation Primer. Now, this could be why my oils didn't penetrate through. It's a translucent foundation primer that helps to balance out shine and oil providing, oh, that's why, a long-lasting, smooth-looking complexion all day. So this could have been the reason why my oils did not penetrate through. So yeah, I mean, honestly, ladies, I do recommend these. They're nice to have. I mean, these won't be products that I would go to, like I said, for like a special occasion or a big event. These would be products I would wear on a casual day, you know, a day to the park, you know, a family dinner, you know, that's very casual, nothing where I'm gonna have to go full glam. This is not that foundation. This is just a really nice foundation to wear, like I said, on a casual day. So before I end this video, I wanted to talk about one last item that I was like, oh, I forgot that. This is the Kokie Powder Contour Palette. It's a powder highlight and contour palette that I actually used today, and I really like it. It reminds me a lot of my Kat Von D, the shade in light. It's not as pigmented, like the banana shade in this palette is not as pigmented as the banana shade in the Kat Von D shade in light palette, but it does the job. Alright ladies, so that does conclude this video for today. So I hope you like the products that I tried on today. They are good products by Kokie. I definitely would say I would give it a shot if you're looking, or if you're in the market for a new foundation and concealer and contour palette and primer. I definitely would give it a shot. But that's all for today. So until my next video, bye.